People that are hurt will hurt when nobody's trying to hurt them. It's a
Yeah.
conversation that needs to be had between the two of us so that our connection will not be buried under the pain, the unspoken hurts and needs. How do you drop the rope?
Mm-hmm.
You got to acknowledge it's there.
In relationships, we're scared of arguments.
Right.
Arguments are healthy.
They
We look at
are.
them as something negative. They're healthy because how else will you exchange the thoughts of mind, right? Both of you
Right.
have different point of views. How do you convey that if you don't ever get to argue your perspective?
Right.
No, no, I was just gonna say it's the not saying that's more dangerous than actually saying.
But let me ask you a question. Okay, my question is, how do we start hearing each other again? Okay, so the rope is dropped. We acknowledge the pain.
That's what I
We
was gonna
know that it's
ask.
there. We're working on the things that we noticed. We had a knockdown drag out, no physical. We said some things. We got it out. We purged. How do we start hearing each other again?
I think even in an argument, you should hear each other, right? Like that goes back to what I just said earlier, the compassion. Because I'll use your example. You said when he said something hurtful to you,
Mm-hmm.
you didn't take it offensively because you knew where it was coming from,
Right.
right?
I could
And you
have,
also knew you could have.
but I didn't.
You very well could have, but you didn't, and that's the important part. That compassion. That when your spouse or your mate say something that could really sting, you
Right.
realize, oh, it's not me, it's you. Where that's coming from? And I know I keep saying that, but for real, like, what triggered
Right.
that? What did I say? Because I'm gonna be honest. I've asked my husband that in the midst of an argument, we'll be arguing, and then he say something way off the topic, and I'll be like, where that came from? And he'd be
Right.
like, what? That came no, 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 no. Let me break that down. But what triggered you to say that though? That
Right.
right there. And then sometimes he'll say, I don't know. And I have to think about that. And other times he'll be like, oh, that
Right.
didn't make sense, huh? You know what I'm saying?
That
But
came from
you
left
have to
field.
have you have to have the compassion enough to not take it offensively and
Yeah.
and challenge them. Where did that come from?
Right. And in challenging him, I did challenge a little bit yesterday, but I think timing when when you challenge the person is
Definitely.